All right, everybody. The first full week of April is upon us. And if you are a golf fan, that means one thing to you. Hello, friends. It is Masters Week once again. So I just wanted to come on today and share some ideas. If you are going to be attending the Masters for the first time, or you've been before, but you're just looking for some advice about ways you could go about seeing the golf course and taking in the tournament, this video is for you. So, just going to give you some ideas here. So, we're just looking at the course here on masters.com. So, I always recommend that when you go to the tournament, that you go through the north gate. So, this is if you don't have a pass for Berkman's or Map and Flag, you're going to go through the north gate here, and when you do, you're going to walk past the media, the administration buildings over here. You're going to come down and see the practice facility over here on your left side when you're walking in. Just another word of advice: there are, and you're going to want a pairing sheet if you're going on a tournament day, so you know what players are in what groups. So you're going to want to pick one of those up, but please don't pick one up on the path when you're walking in here. There are plenty of spots where you can pick them up. They're in like little birdhouse looking things. Uh, but don't scamper over to pick one up right here because you don't need it right here. And everybody who's there for the first time, they're rushing over to gather something right here, like they're not going to see another one. So pass up the opportunity to pick one up here, one of those pairing sheets, although you are going to want to get one. So you're going to continue to follow along this entrance right here. And when you get down here, this is where the golf shop is. So you're probably going to come into a queue somewhere right around here. I would recommend that when you get there in the morning, go ahead and go through the golf shop and get things that you want to get. And when you come out of the golf shop here, you're going to come up, hang a left, go over to the check stand. Or if you are from out of state or out of country, there is a UPS shipping station right there where you can throw your stuff in a box and ship it home. But whether you are shipping it or just using the check stand, you certainly don't want to be carrying your stuff around with you on the golf course all day long. And so uh, go to the golf shop early, get your stuff, use the check stand, and then be unencumbered as you go throughout the golf course here. So, as you come out here, there are some restrooms right here on your left you can use before you head out. There's also a nice little concession area down here on the right. But when you are making your way out onto the golf course right here, there is going to be up here on your left. This is going to be a place where you can go and pick up a pairing sheet. So pick one up. You're going to have the large scoreboard is going to be right here. But pick up a pairing sheet. And then when you walk out here, you're going to see just lush green in front of you that is wide open. Um, so this is going to be the first tee is going to be on your left when you walk in. I'm going to have you cross the first fair or the walkway here on one. So you may be able to see some folks tee off, hitting their tee shots up here on the first hole. But you're going to cross over one. You're going to be able to look up at the ninth green right here. You're going to cross nine. And my presumption is by the time you're doing this, you're not going to have any play there at this point in time. You're going to see some people tee off on one, but likely nobody's going to be on the ninth hole at that point in time. But you're going to walk down here in between the ninth fairway and the ninth green. You'll be able to see how much elevation change is really up into that green. You're going to continue to cross down through here. You can walk up back over here, take a look at the ninth green. You can look over at 18 green if you want to right here. Just kind of walk down the side of the 18th fairway, stopping in here, looking back up through here at the chute the players are going to be teeing off on the 18th tee, and we'll see that again in just a little bit. But you're going to walk down through here, through this open space. There is a concession stand right down here. I recommend that you hit that. This is a place where you may want to get a little beverage. As far in the morning, so I have two sessions that I call. In the morning, I'm doing a lot of walking. I refer to it as my Blitzkrieg session. In the afternoon is the Sitzkrieg session. So we're going to want a beverage here to refresh us along the way, but we're going to pick up a beverage here, and we are going to come out, walk over here, and we are going to go over to the from there over to eighth the eighth tee. So 8T is going to be right here, and we're going to be able to look back up the fairway right here. We're going to continue to walk down this way. We're going to cross in front of the 18th tee, which is right here. You can walk all the way up behind the 18th tee here if you want to. Come over here behind 17 green. There's going to be a grandstand right here. If it is hot and sunny, which I think it's going to be, you do not want to sit in this grandstand. You are going to roast. You're going to be baking if you're sitting there. But so walk up here behind the 17th green, take a peek at that. That's kind of neat. Walk over here behind the 18th tee, marvel at how long that tee shot is and how narrow it is. And then you're going to continue. You're going to be walking on this path. You're going to come over here. You're going to be just right of the 10th green, right? So the 10th tee up here, dogleg left, par 4 down the hill. You're going to be just left of the 10th green. Stand here, take this in. Beautiful. Look at the McKenzie bunker. From there, you are going to come up, cross in front of the 15th tee, which is right here. Walk up behind the 14th green. 14th green is massive. From back behind it, as large as it is, you're really only going to be able to see a little more than half of it because most of it is down below this front ridge and is not playable at all. From here, we're going to pirouette down, and we're going to walk back over here to 11. So if you want to walk all the way back here to 11T, you can, but I just like to come down here and walk along 11 fairway. And as you get past this cluster of trees, when you look down here, you'll be able to see for the first time the beginnings of Amen Corner. And the reason I like to do this in the morning is because I want to get down there before there's play down there, because there are few people that are down there, and it gives you an opportunity to take in the beauty of the golf course without it being obstructed by tens of thousands of patrons. So we're going to come down here, walk along the ropes of 11 fairway, and then you're going to be able to come and stand just right here. Plant yourself right here for just a second. There are going to be grandstands back here, but just come and just stand here for just a second. You can get down there pretty much on the ropes. People are going to have their chairs down there, but nobody's going to be there. Walk up and just marvel at beauty of this area right here. The 11th green, the 12th tee. So 12 is probably one of the most famous holes in all of golf. Golden Bell, beautiful par 3, green over Rays Creek right here. So after you've spent a little bit of time there and you've taken that in, you're going to pivot. You're going to walk up through the woods right here. Now, there is another concession stand down here if you need another beverage, right? Run through here on your way through. They've got some little tabletop table or some little high top tables set up out there if you want to take a load off for just a second. They also have restrooms there. But you're going to continue to move along here through the tree line of 13. And nobody's likely going to be teeing off here at this point in time. Par 5, tee box is way back here. Big sweeping dogleg left. Rays Creek there along the left from the perspective of the players. But you're going to continue to walk up through here, and you're going to walk all the way down to about right here, which is where the ropes are going to stop. And you're just going to be able to peer kind of back all through this. See how undulating and how strong the slope is towards the creek. Taking the beauty of the green, the beauty of the azaleas, the name of that hole. All these beautiful azaleas that are going to be along the tree line there and wrapping around the back of the green. Stand there and take that in. Then you're going to walk across the crosswalk in front of the 14th tee, which is right here. And then from there, seeing the 14th green, we're going to cross over the 15th fairway down here, one of these lower crosswalks right here. It's actually right here is where you're going to be able to cross. And so by the time you actually see play here later in the day, you'll notice that. So here's the 15th tee, par 5 again. So most guys are going to hit their tee shots kind of up in this area. And they may be going for it in 2. But for those that are laying up, maybe they're stymied because of these trees here left. Most of the layups are going to be down here, probably on the center to left side of this fairway. And so that crosswalk is going to be just behind where most of the guys are laying up for their third shot. But when you're walking across this crosswalk right here, it is a great time, again, where there isn't any play there. There's nobody hustling you over and off of the golf course. It's a great time to be able to stop and just take in the beauty that you see in front of you. So the 15th hole, Firethorn, one of the most beautiful sights that you will see at Augusta National or anywhere in the game of golf. I encourage you to do that. You're going to walk across 15 right here, continuing across the 17th fairway. Right there, you're going to cross 17, walk up this side of the 17th hole over behind the tee box, right? You can get back up here, look back up the hill where they're teeing off and hitting their tee shots. Remember, you've already walked over behind the 17th green, but you're going to walk over here behind 17 tee because that's what's going to allow you to get back behind the 16th green. And so 16 Redbud, I believe, is the name of that hole. Let's check the math there. Redbud, yep, there it is. So you're going to be able to get right behind that green. Nobody's going to be there. No play's going to be there. It's going to be quiet and still, and you can take in the majesty of that hole, looking back over to the tee. There are going to be a bunch of chairs that are already set up there. That's fine. Walk in there. Nobody's going to be there. Stand there, reflect on that for a little while. From there, you're going to pivot. You're going to walk back up this little slope right here behind the 6th green. So 6 is par 3 down the hill. And by the time you get here, there is likely going to be play here. There are going to be people teeing off. If you're down here, there is a crosswalk down here. They're teeing off over your head, but you're going to walk back over here to watch a few groups or so come in and play this hole. But you're going to walk back behind the 6th green, and you could watch somebody tee off on 7 if you wanted to as you made your way around here. There's also a TV camera tower right back here. But you're from there. When you're done, after you've watched a group or two come through 6, you're going to walk up this cart path that is right here, up this hill, a little bit of a cardiac hill. So dig those toes in, go up this hill. You can come and stand here at 6th tee if you want to and watch some people tee off and come down the hill. But I come over, and there's a crosswalk right here at 5. So when you get up here, there are probably, again, some groups that are hitting their second shot into this par 4. You can watch them come in. You may be able to watch some people tee off on this hole. 5, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated holes in golf, period. It is a beautiful hole, magnolia, lined with beautiful magnolias, but probably one of the most challenging holes out there as well. But so you'll come across the crosswalk here at 5, get to the right side of the fairway, and then you're going to walk down this side of the 5th hole. And you'll be able to watch some groups tee off. They're going to be landing their tee shots probably somewhere in this vicinity, right? Maybe if the tees are up a little bit and the wind's down, they're up here. But 5 is a long, long hole. And so guys are going to be hitting their tee shots over in this area. And because they're trying to avoid these bunkers left, you get plenty of guys who are bailing out to the right. So you could get some action right over here. But watch some guys come up through here. And you're going to walk down this hole, cross the path here in front of 5T, and you're going to take an immediate left, and you're going to see grandstands over here on the left side of the 4th green. But you're going to walk over here, get just on the other side of these grandstands, and be able to see the 4th green. Now, if you want to, you can now walk all the way behind the 5th tee, and you can actually come over here and get on this side of 4 green if you want to. My objective is to be able to see every hole when I'm there. And so, but a lot of times I cross in front of 5 right here, come down this side of 4, tee boxes right here, long par 3, and you'll watch the guys tee off coming into this hole. Going to come up here, bang a left down the path right here. And from here, you are going to walk up this path through the woods, a little bit uphill, but beautiful walk, nice pretty flowers in there. And when you get up into here, there is a concession stand, there are restrooms in there, there is a phone bank that AT&T has set up. And I'm sure you know you cannot take your cell phone onto the golf course during a tournament day. So if you need to make an outbound call, if you need to check in at the office or call your wife or whomever, there's a phone bank right here that you can dial out, but get a drink, go to the bathroom, get a sandwich, because we are going to enter into a little bit of a sitzkrieg after this point. We've already walked a lot to this point, but we are going to come out of here, and we're going to be just on the right side of the 2nd fairway. So long par 5, dogleg left, and you can watch some guys tee off. They're going to be hitting their tee shots right down in here. And so you can watch them hit their second shots, either whether they're laying up or going for the green. But you'll be able to see 2 right here. But one of the while you're over here, you can walk over this way, get over here behind 4T. You can see 3 green a little bit from there if you want to. Nice little par 4. But you're going to come back from here, cross this path right here on 2. Actually, the crosswalk is typically up a little bit from that path, but you're going to cross the 2nd hole, and this is the 8th green. There are grandstands back here behind the 8th green. I want you to go and sit in those grandstands for 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, right? You've got your food, you've got your drink, you went to the bathroom, you're going to rest your feet a little bit. They also have a scoreboard right here. So you're going to be able to see what's going on. Where are some of the early leaders? How are people playing? They're going to have, the better performing guys up on the leaderboard, along with the guys who won the majors last year already up on the leaderboard. They may not have teed off yet, but they're going to have, but you're going to be able to track and see how people are playing. But you're going to stay there behind the 8th green for a little while. Again, long par 5 up the hill. Most guys, they may struggle to actually make it in 2. So a number of them are going to lay up over here. They may be just short and they're going to be pitching up, but nice to be able to watch. stay there for a little while. Walk back over here. You're going to cut in front of the ninth tee. And at this point in time, it probably is going to be somewhere around 1 p.m., somewhere in that vicinity. The marquee groups in the afternoon are going to be teeing off probably all the way up to about 2:30, 2:40, somewhere in there. So you're going to be pushing 1 o'clock. But I want you to walk over here and I want you to get right on the ropes here left of one green. And there's going to be very few people here. At this point in time, most people have flushed their way into the golf course. And there are very few people that are still at the beginning of the golf course. And so you're going to be able to stand right on the ropes. There's a little knoll here on the back left side of one green. You can have the most impeccable vantage point to watch guys play into one, put out on one. And as far as I'm concerned, you're going to stay there until the last group comes through. And so you're going to get to see a lot of great players. You're going to get to see the groups that you want to see and watch them play some golf. But this is a tournament where it's very hard to follow somebody. You have to let the tournament come to you. And so that's what you're going to do here on one. You're going to stand there. You're going to let these marquee groups come in. And as soon as that last group walks off of one green to go to 2T, you at that point are going to walk down in between 1 and 9. Right? You can watch a guys tee off on 9 again, come down here, hit their second shots into 9 green. But what I like to do from here is back across 9, and I've got one destination in mind, and that is to get all the way. So at this point, I'm walking down through here. I'm going to walk behind the second green. It's going to be pretty busy at that point in time. The marquee groups are going to be coming through, but you're going to be able to see somebody put out on 2, right? We already saw 2 here from the fairway. We may have watched somebody tee off back here, but you'll be able to see 2 green. Back over here as you're walking behind 2 green, you'll see the third tee. You can watch guys tee off right here. You're going to walk up behind the 7th green, but you're going to walk back behind 7 green, take that in. But you're going to walk in between 7 and 17. You're going to cross 17. We're going to cross 15, right? We already did this once before, right? We're going to cross back over 15, and then we're going to spend our afternoon. There are grandstands left of the 15th green right here. I want you to go get in them. I want you to spend your afternoon there as long as you care to stay there. Ideally, there are 2 sets of grandstands. Looks like one, but I want you to walk. Don't just go up the first set of stairs on the front grandstand there. Walk behind it. There's stairs in the middle. Go up the stairs on the left to get into the grandstand that is nearest to the 16th tee. Okay. Get in there, get about, 5, 6 rows up if you can. There's some large pine trees that have been here. Now, I haven't been there since last year. Don't know how badly the hurricane might have changed some stuff around there. But there's some large pine trees right here left of 15 green that your vantage point could get blocked out a little bit looking back up here, depending on where you're sitting. So get yourself a good seat. But the beauty of being here is that not only can you watch guys hit their second or third shot into 15 and watch them put out, there's a scoreboard on this side of 15 green that is looking straight back at you. So you're going to know how guys are playing. And while you can't look down and watch them actually strike their tee shot, here on the 16th hole, you are going to be able to watch where the ball lands. On the 16th green, you can watch them put out on the 16th green. So stay there as long as you want. This is the Fitzkrieg portion of the day. You will have walked a lot. My guess is by the time you would finish your day, get back to your vehicle in the parking lot, you probably would have walked at least 7 or 8 miles doing what we just talked about. So your feet are going to be a little tired. But again, while you're in this grandstand, left of 15 green, okay, right behind you, right here behind those grandstands, behind 16 E, just behind the 14th tee, concession stand. Okay. If you need to go to the restroom, you're going to come out here, you're going to go behind 16P, you're going to get back up in here. So there are restrooms that you can use right here, but concession stands right here. And stay there for the afternoon. And you don't have to be encumbered by carrying things around. I hope we're going to have great weather. But listen, I think that is the best methodology, the best way to be able to take in the Masters. And I do that every year. I've been doing it for a number of years. You will see every hole on the golf course. You will see the beauty and the majesty of the golf course before it gets crowded with a bunch of people. And then ultimately, you're going to be in a great position to have the tournament come to you. The players that you want to see come to you, and you're going to have the vantage point that you want. So, listen, I hope this helps. Hope everybody has a great time at the Masters, and we will see you again real soon.